there, Damico from YourResearchDiva.com, and today we're going to continue our conversation about how to create quality content for your business. Okay, so what exactly is quality content? Well, most people will say, I know it when I see it. And even more importantly, they know when they don't see it. So now, while there is a lot of ways to create quality content, I'm going to cover just a few of them for you here. Number one is don't be a me too person. Now what that means is taking somebody else's stuff or somebody else's idea and basically just parroting and saying the exact same thing. Because face it, rehashed content is, well, just rehashed content. So let's follow that same cooking analogy. If you take last night's dinner, throw in some eggs, you better put something else into it. Put in your own concoction and your own ideas and your own thoughts and make it something really brand new for your customer. Because it has been said that everything that needs to be said has already been said. But the problem is either people are seeing that information for the first time or some things change, so maybe we need to present it in a different way. And that's actually okay. The second way to make your content stand out is to kind of make sense of it all. We talked before about information overwhelm. People are getting bombarded with a lot of information, and a lot of people just don't have the time to kind of sort through it all and see which is good and which is bad. Now you can do that in your own business. You know, content curation is more than just a buzzword. It's actually something that some of the top writers have been doing for a long time. They take a lot of information, do a lot of kind of the legwork for you, and then they present it to you in a nice little package that's kind of where all the best stuff has been presented at the top and all the kind of garbage is set aside. It's very much like somebody going to a mega superstore, you know, Target or a mall, rather than going to all the little individual stores. Now the third way to create quality content is to make that shift from being a follower to a leader. When you started in your business, chances are that you spent some time kind of looking around to see what was already out there, and you probably had a mentor that you followed or somebody in your industry that you thought, hey, I really like their style, and you followed them and you learned more about your industry, right? And then at some point, your confidence is kind of built up and you make that mental shift where you say, hey, I know just as much, if not more, than the people out there that are already doing what I want to do. And I would argue that it's at that point when you yourself make that mental shift that you become an authority. You become the leader in your field that other people are looking up to for inspiration and guidance. Now I know that's a tough one to kind of wrap your head around, because a lot of people have that block where they say, well, who am I to tell other people what they should be doing? But I want to tell you this. When Napoleon Hill, and most of us are familiar with him, when he wrote his very first book, The Law of Success, he was not even successful. He himself struggled within and kind of said, well, who am I to write a book telling other people how to be successful if I don't really count myself as being successful yet? But the beauty is, Napoleon Hill had a lot of knowledge. He was inquisitive and curious, and he interviewed a lot of people who had become successful already to try to find out what that connecting characteristic was among all the successful people. So what he did have to offer the public was very, very valuable, even though he himself did not consider himself an authority. And that's really it. 3 very, very simple ways that you can kind of create quality content that's going to stand out. Number one is don't be like everybody else. Be yourself. Number two is helping your customer to make sense of it all. And number three is simply making that mental shift where you can build your confidence to say, yeah, I know what the heck I'm talking about. So now that you have an idea of how to make quality content, head on over to the website and learn even more. Once again, this is Dawn Damico from YourResearchDiva.com. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.